Y'all know what today is? Generational Prodigy Podcast 2024, and you are now streaming live with the Trillers. Let's actually get in today, okay? So last episode, I told you I was going to speak a little more on fashion and just my life into the fashion industry. So this is what the topics and segments are going to be on today. But before I move forward, you guys know that I always have to start with my thoughts, my rants, and my icks. But today I'm going to combine all three of them together. So I won't separate them all. I'm just going to jump right into it because I really had something to say. And I had spoke on this in my last episode, a few prior episodes before this one. And I spoke on the animals, y'all. I spoke on the man that was rumbling the dogs. The King Corso was like 3 pit bulls. He was walking his dog down the street casually and didn't know these dogs was loose in the area. And I just felt like in the video, you can see how far back the dogs were before they actually proceeded to see the man walking with his other dog. Now, I only feel like the dogs really attacked him because of the fact that he was with another dog. And sometimes dogs do that. When they see other dogs or they know that other dogs are less aggressive, I think that they try to test their gangster a little bit. So what they didn't know is that the owner was really ready to rumble because he was swinging. He was knocking the dogs the fuck out. He had one of the dogs in a chokehold. And I just personally felt like the cop, right? The cop was already on the side where the dogs was at. So when he seen that the dogs was running across the street, I feel like he should have drove in urgency the direction the dogs was going just because they loose. And there's a whole bunch of people outside that could be harmed by these animals. You had a neighborhood community full of people screaming and yelling and everything else, trying to get these dogs away from this man. The man falls on the ground, y'all. The lady was so brave. She ran up like she was a monster, and the big King Corso started running at her. I said, that lady is strong because I wouldn't have been able to do it if I'm being real. The cop, I felt like he superly hesitated, and I don't know if it's because he didn't want to shoot the man or if he was actually afraid of the dogs. So I'm going to give him a pass because he did save the man's life. Because if he didn't shoot them dogs, I don't think that the man would even be here because he was getting bit left and right, especially when he started to attack the other dogs to save his. So I personally felt like the cop should have just put a little more urgency. I just felt like he didn't move fast enough for me. He didn't shoot fast enough. You be quick to shoot men on the street, but you can't shoot a dog that's biting somebody? You scared of that? There's no way. Now, that one officer did put all 4 of them dogs down. Well, out of all 4 that was running around, I think the King Corso died, and it might have been 2 other people maybe injured, but 9 times out of 10 they die. You shoot an animal, they're going to die instantly. So that's without a doubt. But I just felt like maybe he could have just put a little more pep in his step with that. I don't know. I was a little in between with that. But I'm going to let him live because he did say that man life. But if he, if things would have got a little worse and the man's arm would have came off or something, the officer would have had to just got penalized at that point because you're not doing your job because y'all be quick to want to do stuff to men on the street and people on the street, lock people up, put people down, and you can't even have the same urgency with animals. I don't get it. But I was reading the comments, and the people in the comments was basically like, y'all are missing the fact that he saved this man's life, and y'all are missing the fact that, and we get all of that. But we also seen a lot of things like far as like worldwide incidents. We've seen a lot of the times that cops move with instant gratification or they move with just that very irrational thought like, F it, these people doing what I don't like, I'm going to get these people. Like, because then people was even saying in the comments like, oh, he had a taser. He had a taser. It's 1 taser and 8 dogs. Like, what is that doing? Like, y'all don't even make sense. But that's just my thought. Like, and like I said, this is all boiling into my rant and my icks because I really feel like y'all don't need to have animals. If y'all can't control them or y'all can't keep them captivated where they need to be, especially big animals like that. Like, I just learned that you got to have a license to even have those kind of animals in your proximity to be taken care of them, to have them in your home, because I believe they like service dogs in a way. So it's like, if you got these big animals, a little Yorkie, a little pit bull, I mean a little poodle or something, that's cool. But like a pit bull or a German shepherd or a husky, like all of those big mountain dogs that y'all be wanting to have, y'all need to make sure y'all got y'all licenses and y'all training them, because they out here eating people. They out here escaping from you to go into the neighborhood and the community and terrorize everybody. And I think that you should go to jail. So whoever had possession of them dogs, I don't know if they didn't want them no more. I'm just trying to figure out why they was all out in a group straying around like that. It just didn't make sense to me. And I want y'all to keep captivation, if that's even a word. I think I made that up. And I like that word. So we leave it at captivation. Keep your animals in captivation, okay? Because we don't want to see that. Because if I see a stray random dog and I got a firearm, I'm shooting it. You want to know why? Because it's bound to come and attack me. It's bound to hurt me. It's bound to harm me. And I don't need none of that. I don't need to be getting bit by no dogs, no tetanus shots, no rabies, no none of that. I'm cool off of that. Which is narrowing into my safety tip, y'all. Please make sure y'all carry firearm. And it's not to always feel like because you big bad wolf, or because you feel like because you got protection, or because you got this firearm where you could just go around just shooting anybody, because you still gonna get locked up. Don't forget them guns and them bullets got numbers and they tracing them back to people. So be mindful on what you're doing when you out here with that type of priority as far as being able to even carry things like that, because it's a dangerous world, but people are dangerous too in the mind. So just be mindful on how you cross paths with people as well. But in reference to this animal thing, keep that blicky on you, because if you see a dog, put it down. That's just that on that. So without further ado, we're going to move into my first segment of Let's Talk Fashion. And I just kind of wanted to break down and specify the differentiation between a designer and a fashion designer. And this is something that I've always talked about for the longest, because I really felt in my heart that fashion is being so depreciated because everything's oversaturated. We already know that the world of creativity and things like that is oversaturated with a lot of people that love what they do. So I don't want to say it's oversaturated. I just feel like it's other people out here to be able to get an idea or something that you like, far as artwork, or far as a piece, or far as, any type of services that this person can provide for you. It gives the opportunity for other people to be in the field as well, because people don't have fashion sense, and a lot of people now, they followers and they just follow the trend. They don't really know how to have their own differentiation when it comes to styling. So my first definition I had for you guys was, what is a designer? And the definition that I found was the person that plans the works, forms, and the looks of something before it is built or technically drawn into details. A fashion designer is somebody that's created the clothing, dresses, shirts, pants, skirts, etc., accessories, and jewelry, as well as shoe wear, which works in one or more common areas. Okay, now this is me. I've experienced a lot of the times, and this is also going to lead into my segment too. I've experienced a lot of times people just jumping in the field because they can, because there's money in it, or because they feel like, because they are good, that everybody's just going to like their stuff and they can just call themselves a designer or a fashion designer. Now, technically, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because some people don't understand the difference in the two. So they get confused and they start to give props, credit, and kudos to those people that don't even know what they talking about. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, and I'm not saying that I know everything, but I did go to school for this, so this is something that's dear to me, because I paid for the education in order for me to know what it is that I'm delivering to the people, delivering for our services, and what it is that people that are interested in what I'm doing want from me. So I got to know how to be able to isolate what it is that I can do and I can't do. And of course, this all falls into place of what I identify myself as. I'm a fashion designer. As you can see, what would we call this? Segment 1. This is an avant-garde piece. This piece here is something that I've created from a customer's request. They had an idea to want to do a tribute to Beyonce, and we decided to go along with keeping it the traditional black, doing the raven feathers to create that wispy, witchy vibe, but also still had a very couture silhouette where it still gives it that luxurious look, but it's still a ready to wear piece where you can wear this on a cute little fashion outing or a statement piece for a dinner, but it's something you wouldn't wear or oversaturate or continuously put on every day. So my goal as a designer is to create that avant-garde experience, but still give that couture look and then still be able to have that streetwalker ready to wear vibe. So this is what this gets you as a fashion designer. Now, segment B, this would be me being a designer. Reason being is because at that point, I created an image. I created something that I didn't necessarily have to be hands-on with. I kind of just passed the information off to who the person I needed to produce this product. That is me being a designer. Somebody that comes up with the concept, comes up with the idea, and even if I did make a sample, I could pass it off and somebody else can finish the works for me. Now, I do heat press as well. So as you can see on segment B, we have some vinyl, which is the reflection fabric here on the sleeves. And then in the front, this is reflection vinyl as well. And it's basically a piece that I had got. This logo here is something that I got created from a graphic designer. And what I did was I became a designer. I structured the idea of what I wanted to see. And this is what she created. This is from someone that is very dear to my heart, and I just want to give her a shout out. Shout out to Nadira. Shout out to Strava Mughal. And if you guys don't know, it's the rare way or no way at all. She kind of little to the side on the low, but if you need something, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't mind stepping out in the field again, especially if you give a little, what I would call it. Just let her know Coco sent you. That way. So as you can see in today's segment, we have a lot of different props just to show you guys what it's like to live in that fashion designer world, because I'm really a designer, a fashion designer at that. So a lot of things I do is industrial and hands-on. So today I just brought the portable machines just to kind of give you an idea of the setup of what it's normally like to work on a piece. And then in the back of me, I have a rack full of items that I created for my last collection last year. And Plugged & Co. is basically the mothership of all of the webs that I create for its given services. But Plugged & Co. started from a clothing designing wear. It started from gear, started from a place where I felt like I wanted people to walk around and just brand me as well. So I had to find and create something that was definitely different in a way, but something that's quick, cozy, and easy and common. So as you can see today, I have on a hoodie, but my job was to create that avant-garde experience, still give you a couture experience, but it's a ready-to-wear piece. So this is a hoodie. In the front, I've painted Cody on the front. Cody is my mascot. He is my suppressional scribble scrabble teddy bear that I've always drew on pieces of paper or always thought about. I'm a big fan of fuzzy and cozy stuffed animals and things like that. So this is something that I started to create and draw just to kind of get me through a little process. If I'm sitting through a meeting or something like that, I kind of tend to draw on paper. So this was something that stuck with me. And in the back, it just has his name. It says Big Cody, and then it says Plugged & Co. East 2018. Sorry. And that's just basically the signature of when I created my brand, which is 2018. My brand is now 6 years old, and I'm just thankful for where I'm at today. A lot of these things come from a place of just wanting to be able to provide the things that people want in a different way. Like, you know, I want to create that different trendy fashion idea for people. So my goal is to consult people and get an idea of what their everyday life is like, what their weekend life is like, what their mom life is like, their work life is like, so that I can know how to go into their wardrobe and create those mix and match pieces. So my ultimate goal is to create a 24 to 36 small fashion wardrobe where you can mix and match different pieces and wear them over and over again in different ways. And of course, this is seasonal, so I try to make sure that I am delivering a collection that people can get a base idea from. And then if they like signature pieces that I have made to just identify who I am as a designer, then that kind of helps them again be able to know what it is that they want to see in their closet. Every girl and every guy, I'm a woman designer, but I do things for men. Right now it's just slight work on the men, far as like alterations and things like that. If it's quick, if it's something quick for me, like reconstructing or revamping a piece, maybe some denim jeans, or creating just this color palette or this style or this look for a guy, I'm also good at that as well. So I just like to focus more on the women. I feel like the women is something easier, of course, to go to, but it's something I can understand because I'm a woman myself, and I'm also a plus size woman. So a lot of the things that I like to create, I like for it to be a piece that will complement the petite to the plus size. As you can see here in segment A, this piece was actually made for me. I wore this in Fashion Week last year in New York, and this piece was just what got the crowd going. I happened to go to see Ron Dice, and he's a great designer, and I loved everything about his collection. Shout out to him. And he allowed us to, no, his host that year allowed me and my assistant, Armani Kozachi, to walk down the runway as the iconic outfits of the night. So that was just, aesthetically pleasing, not only for myself and how I felt about people loving my look, but just in general of what I created and the storyline that we both had together, the color palette, we both stuck in the same unison of getting an understanding of what we were trying to deliver. And they loved it, and I'm just thankful for that. So again, as I said before, I've created pieces behind me that just shows different walks of the journey of my collection. So I've never done like a university or like a varsity look for my brand yet. So I wanted to create this kind of like college school kid and what can I say, elementary school vibe. Just wanted to be school fun. I wanted to give a little more to the educational what I'm trying to say. What am I trying to say? I just wanted to give outfits, bomb looks to people that go to school. I feel like when they go to school, it's common shit. Like, it's just common looks. Everything is just regular, it's bland, book bag. So I wanted to create a way where it could just give them a more fashionable, aesthetic, eye-pleasing experience. So here I've like painted on the back of a few things. This is also another hoodie with mini Cody on it. It's for a baby. I also have a varsity jacket here with the varsity letters on the front and Cody's painted in the back. And this is my Duracell 2-piece set. This is the piece that I started before I put the university on it. It was something that I wanted to create that was spring and fall friendly for the girls. So it's actually a hoodie. And what I did was I cut the hoodie in half. I made it a skirt and a crop top. And then I added a zipper in the front just to be able to get in and out of it. And I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was something cute. And it definitely got a lot of sales when I first dropped it. And that's another thing with me. I know fashion is in and out. Things come and go. So I'm okay with moving with the time and moving with the trend. So it's still an end piece, but it's not something I force on people now. I kind of like to go with the flow of how things are changing around us. So this is something that's on the back end of us, but I'm also a designer that loves corsets, as you can see in segment A. So I have a piece back here as well where I created this rodeo, but crocodile print look. And I just love corsets, y'all. I love bustiers. I love the boning. I love the silhouette. I love how it snatch your body up. It just got your breasts sitting. It's just a whole lot when it comes to the bustiers and the corsets. And that's my favorite. I am a freehand designer, meaning that I like to drape from my mannequins. As you can see, this is a dress form here. And this is the dress form that I normally use to just be able to create a different flow and a different sway of my pieces. A lot of the times I don't like to use patterns. I'm a very pattern manipulative person, so I'll take a pattern and I'll literally create my own design or cut something off, or again, like I said, use my dress form to kind of like get a drape out of things. But this is all falling, like I said, into the segment of segment 2, which is the different roles of designing. And those different roles are, again, like I stated, being an industrial seamstress, being a stylist, being someone that has a creative concept. Like, some people are calling themselves designers and all they're doing is sitting at a round table telling their ideas. They're probably feeling and touching on a few fabrics, or they're getting a few sketches out, but it's not really a fashion designer's job. They don't sit at the machine and actually create this piece and produce it over and over again, or even to sit at the machine and create a piece and then send it off. If you can pay people to do those things, you're not a fashion designer. You are a designer. And it is okay. You don't have to be the top of the clan because you got the money or because you got the representation or the people around you to get you where you're going. Like, stop depreciating these people that's out here working hard to be able to have these titles, because people like me, I go to school and I went to school for it to be able to excel at what I want to deliver. So when I'm seeing people be able to just grab a t-shirt and put vinyl on it and they in a fashion show with me at Fashion Week, I'm confused on why I'm on the runway with somebody that's doing print and press, and I just made a whole collection from scratch. Went to the fabric store, sold it up, stabbed myself a couple times, started bleeding, tried not to get the blood on the fabric. It's like a lot of different things that I work with when it comes to creating a collection. So to see that I was even put in the same lineup with somebody else that's heat pressing, it just kind of, I don't want to say it discouraged me, but it made me understand that people just don't know the difference. And I don't think that that is something that people should do. Even when it comes to ready to wear. Ready to wear doesn't mean that you got to go and pick up a t-shirt or a hoodie and sweatpants, put your logo on it, and now you're just a ready to wear designer. No. You are a graphic designer and you are selling the fact that you are good with graphics. So if that's the case, you need to put something fly on this shirt. Don't just put one little spot or one little word across of it and you think that you're a fashion designer. I think that that's so crazy to me and it burns me out, and I actually hate it. I actually hate it. And I want y'all to stop. I want y'all to stop gassing these people up and putting them in categories and giving them credit that someone that's really doing the groundwork and the hard work should be getting. Y'all putting your energy and your attention places that don't even matter. And again, like I said, all of this fashion stuff play a part in popularity, which was one of my last segments as well. I feel like when people popular, y'all just allow people to have this title or just be the best person that know how to get dressed. Whole time they watching everything on Instagram and they're watching how everything on Instagram is going, and they're literally taking pictures and they're like, all right, I'm gonna order this piece, I'm gonna order this piece, and I'm gonna order them socks, and I'm gonna order them shoes, and that's how I'm gonna get this look together. And then when you take the picture, you're gonna feel like you created the look or the style just came from you. No, you was inspired by something you seen and all you did was duplicate the same thing. You didn't take your inspiration and create it and revamp it and put it in your own way. You literally duplicated something you already seen. That's not fashion. That's being a copycatter. That's not trend setting. To me, I feel like trend setting is when you can literally just come up with something and have your own base idea of why you put that color palette or that bag with them shoes. Like, that is when you get more into your iconic trendsetter area. Which is now leading into my third segment of just my experiences, which is something I spoke on maybe 5 minutes ago. So back to reiterate, it's just education go a long way. And I went to Dobbins. I graduated 2015, and that was where I got my fashion and merchandising certificate from. And I just got recognized for being able to create a 20-piece collection. I also was the coordinator and the production manager of the show. I basically just pulled a lot of pieces together and got a team and made sure everybody stayed on cue with the things that they were doing to roll our fashion show for that year. Shout out to PNB Rock. Rest in peace to him. He definitely was somebody that considered coming out to the school for us. And shout out to Danielle, because Danielle was a big reason on why he came as well. So thank you to you, girl. So if you're watching this, you get all the love from me, okay? And just also P&B Shiz and P&B Me, and they all came out to this show. Rest in peace to Mookie Mook as well. He came out, and that's one of my dear friends to my heart. And I just spoke to him, and this was when he kind of really just jumped off into the music thing. And, you know, he was kind of busy. So I was just thankful that he even considered coming to the show and creating an experience for us. And 2015, nobody will ever forget that show. And I'm just thankful for where I am now and where that show has brought me and the recognition it has got me as well. And also with like Fashion Week, I've got a chance to do 2014 Fashion Week with Nadine Artist Small. That was my educator in school for fashion, and I'm thankful for her because she's still in my life as of today, and she pushes me to be the best I can be, and she's always there to help. I could not talk to her for 2 months, and I will call her, and she always willing to be there with open arms. As well as John Hinkins, he's the person that became my mentor. And he's the person that I got a lot of my experience from with models in general, runway models, just understanding what's the silhouette and what's the body structure that I'm looking for, what's the runway etiquette that I'm looking for as well when it comes from the girls that are training or wanting to be involved with these shows and things that we have annually. As well as Miko Fashion Book. Shout out to Miko. She has a few businesses now in the city, but we started off at Miko's Fashion Room, and that's on Broad Street. And I'm thankful for her. She's also a beautiful, amazing lady that just helped me get where I'm going. Kevin and Carrie is also two people that I've met in the process. And I'm just thankful for them for always giving me great advice, encouraging words, and near or far, soon, later, now, then, next, past, present, I can pop up 5 months later and they're literally welcoming me with open arms. So I'm just thankful for them. And this is now leading into the fact that I meet amazing people along the way. Shout out to K. Ross. She got a great fashion sense. And I just love the way that she like to get dressed and style herself. It's just nothing like it. Like, we go to nightclubs and this girl got a cowboy hat on. She's in the club pouring water on her. It's just the aesthetic of fashion that bring out this freedom in people. And I love that the most. Armani Kozachi, that is my styling assistant. He has a great sense of fashion, great eye for fashion. And that just inspires me to and encourages me to be better, to just shoot for the star and the moons. Like, I love to see people around me make me want to just go harder or do more, or, you know, even be in a collaborative space with them. That's just amazing to me. I also met someone named Dizzle West. And I love him. I love the fact that he's young and he decided to, you know, just stay true to his music career. And I can see that he definitely got an eye for fashion and fashion sense. And this is where we all come together as one, and we start to have events and we invite each other out, and we just give each other that platform to be able to dish out what our art and talent is to the people, so we can be the new up. We not next up, we up right now. So I need y'all to stay tuned to this. I got invited to his Met Gala. Did you get invited to his Met Gala? If you didn't get invited to the Met Gala, maybe you should get a ticket. But if it's personal invite, sucks to be you. The theme is going to be 24 karat ancient Egypt. And I love that. I love that theme. I love the idea of that. And I just can't wait to see all of the beautiful people come out and just do what needs to be done. I'm ready to see some pieces. I'm ready to see a shoe. I'm ready to see a headpiece. I don't know what they're going to do. I just know that Dizzle West is a great artist, so I know that his friend base and people he have around him will definitely come and do what needs to be done for the boys and for the girls. He also has a concert coming up in September, so stay tuned for that, because that is where I will be dropping my new collection. Ooh. I will be creating maybe an 8 to 12 piece collection, and that'll be the first time I'll be showcasing it. So I'll definitely make sure on social media I keep you guys informed so you guys can stay updated with that. And my thoughts on Fashion Week right now is I'm kind of behind. I want to go back to NC Fashion Week. That is the house fashion week that I started with. Shout out to Janae and Lamont Bolin. Thank you for just loving my work and loving my art, loving my potential, loving my drive, and trusting someone. His name's Nafis Scott and Malcolm Savage. Those two were the two that actually put me in the forefront of AC Fashion Week. and they gave a good word about me. And since then, I've literally been asked all the time or reached out to if I could come back, if I could return. I also got an opportunity to put one of my looks in a magazine. I can't remember what the name of the magazine was. I'm just thankful for this whole fashion experience. Fashion is the reason why I am who I am today. So as the rapper, as the waxer, as the hairstylist, as the artist, as the bartender, I'm literally just trying to create and be as authentic with myself as I can. People may feel like I'm spreading myself thin, but I actually feel like this is just the place to be. It's my world, and I'm not looking for nobody to understand why I do what I do. I just want you guys to love it as much as I do. I just want to deliver and listen to the mob, listen to the people, listen to the comments, listen to those critiques, the advice, just the things that people want to see from me and how I could deliver and change the world. All of this is to make impact and to change the world in some artistic way and just get everybody to come together and have great energy. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap this episode up. This was a great season, and I can't wait for you guys to tune in to season 2. Season 2, we're going to get a little more personal. We're going to meet new guests. We're going to be doing a lot of ASMRs for sound. Y'all like to watch me eat, so I'm going to make sure I eat a little bit for y'all. And I'm going to be busting it up and chatting it with some people that inspire me, or people that I've inspired, or people that are now leveling up in their entrepreneurship, people that are underrated and underground that you may have not even known about. But this is what the greatness of new talent and new art and new things come into place. We get a chance to meet new people and see what's new going on. We don't want to be bored ever. So if you got an opportunity to put somebody else in a great position, or put somebody else on, or give somebody an opportunity, don't hesitate to do it. Because that's very selfish and stingy of you. And I would actually hate that you are not making the world a better place. So with that being said, we're going to wrap this up. This is Generational Prodigy Podcast 2024. I'm your girl, Coco, and you are now streaming live with the Trillist, and y'all actually just got in. Excellence!